So you're thinking about moving to Glendale, Arizona? Well, in this video, we're actually going to take you inside the computer and show you around everything you need to see on a Google map. That way you can get a great idea about the different neighborhoods, see what's close by them, and how far it is to get to the airport. I'll kind of walk you through all of that. Stick around to the end for some insider tips to getting around Arizona that you don't want to miss. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in Phoenix, Arizona and surrounding areas like Glendale, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Ann. My partners, Christina and Greta, we just love helping people just like you make their move here. So whether that's 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out. All our contact info is below. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Arizona. Let's jump into the map and get started. All right, here we go. We're diving in deep to Glendale, Arizona. Specifically, we're going to look at where everything is in Glendale and around Glendale. And we're going to start off with the fact that Glendale is 250,000 people, 65 square miles, and it's located here in red, outlined right here with the white on the middle. And we're going to start with how to get to the airports. Now, we have one major airport in the valley. It's called Phoenix Sky Harbor. I'm going to circle it for you here. All the major airlines fly out of here. So from the north side of Glendale, you're probably talking about 30 minutes to get there. From the south side, probably 25. And to get there, there's a couple different ways. You can take this 101 south to I-10. Come south on 51 right into the airport. Again, 30 from here, about 20 to 25 minutes from here. And then from this side of Glendale, you might take side streets to the 17 and then come down. And it just depends how far north. You could take this, if you're up here, you could take the 101 east and then come down on 17. So what I love about Glendale is the freeways. They're surrounded by them, which gives you the ability to get around town really easily. Now we have another airport that I want to mention, and that's right here. This is the Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport, and it is where our discount airlines fly out of. Sun Country and Allegiant are those two, and it's about a 50-minute drive to that airport. I would recommend coming straight down this 101, I-10, and then south on the 202. Get you right into the airport, easy peasy. And there's one more airport, which is our municipal, Glendale Municipal Airport's right there for you folks that enjoy flying your own airplane. That's where you can park it. And it's 5 minutes for the people that live closest to it right there in Glendale. Or from the north, you just catch this 101. It'll take you right to it in about 10 or 15 minutes. So that's your airports. Next, we're going to talk about shopping. And there is a lot of fun shopping in Glendale. I mean, right in it. So let's get to it. So we have right here, the Arrowhead Mall with about 150 stores, as well as big boxes, stores around it. Down here, we've got the Tanger Outlet Mall, 35 stores. And you also have the West End District, which has got restaurants. And you've also got restaurants up here as well. You've also got a casino right here. And last but not least is downtown Glendale. And mostly what you have down there are restaurants. The famous Murphy's House, H-A-U-S, is a German restaurant down there. There's one more place I want to mention. It's right outside of Glendale, and that's right here, right off Happy Valley and I-17. And that's all your big box and small box stores, restaurants, very popular area to go to that provides for all of the north area up here. All right, we've talked about shopping. Now let's get to it for the fun things that are in and around Glendale. So I'm going to zoom in here just a little bit closer. And there's a lot. I love this town. First of all, up here, they're known for their parks, and this is their biggest one at almost 1,200 acres. It's Thunderbird Conservation Park with 20 trails. And up here as well is the Adobe Train Park at 150 acres and small gauge trains, 18 miles of them that you can hop on and take rides on them. It's fun to take the kids to. And they also have a swap meet every year to swap out and buy and sell model train sets and parts. Hurricane Harbor's right here. It is the second and only water park that we have in the valley. And then down here, sports-wise, yep, you bet, the Cardinals, our Cardinals football team plays right in here. And then right north of it is where our indoor Rattlers plays. indoor football. And down here is Camelback Ranch. That's where are you ready? Two teams, Chicago White Sox and the LA Dodgers, do their spring training. And I mentioned they have a lot of parks. You can see them in the green, like the Glendale Heroes Regional Park. But one of my favorite things to do, and my kids' favorite thing to do, is right down here is the Glendale 9 theater system with 9 separate drive-in theaters. It's the only drive-in complex in the valley. Check it out. I did want to mention that there's a lot of trails, and you see them here, a lot of trails, not only walking and biking, but they also have 12 miles of horse trails. So there's a lot of horse property as well within Glendale. And so they like to provide the ability for people that don't know horses to have paths. I want to talk just outside of Glendale because there's some really fun things to do. And we're going to start with, yep, you see it. It's that lake up there, Lake Pleasant. You know, it's only about 30 minutes from North Glendale. You just take 101 due east to 17 north and catches Carefree Highway and you're right there. Great lake, 10,000 acres of water. And we also have down here, we have downtown Phoenix. Now, downtown Phoenix has got our other pro sports, our Suns basketball team, Diamondbacks baseball team, and then we've got all of our museums, our theaters. I mean, the Science Museum, our Phoenix Art Museum, the Herd Museum, which is our American Indian Museum for the Southwest area. Lots and lots of fun things to do, and the theaters are fantastic. So where our Phoenix Symphony plays, and you know, from Glendale, you're talking 15, 20 minutes to get to all of that. And of course, with downtown Phoenix becomes nightlife as well. Another great thing to do in the outdoors is this river right here. It's called the Salt River. And this is where we go in the summer to float down it with friends and family on inner tubes. We also have kayaks and we paddleboard it. You'll also see a famous herd of horses that are descendants from the explorers, the Spanish explorers in the 16th century. So check that out. Then we also have Saguaro Lake over here. Saguaro Lake, I would say, is about from Glendale, and there's a couple different ways to get to it. I'd probably come up 87. But anyway, to get to here, I would say you're talking about 30 minutes, maybe 40, depending on where you're coming from in Glendale. So a couple of lakes, you've got a river, you've got mountains to hike, and you've got the downtown to enjoy life. So now we're going to switch to what kind of neighborhoods and houses there are. So first off, Glendale is a seller's market right now. And within that, it has homes that were built in the early 1900s all the way up till now. So we have brand new homes that we're going to look at and some that are historical. They go way back. And you need to know that the median price point is about $450 right now. So that's a great price point, meaning that half the houses are sold under $450,000, $500,000. You can't beat that. Right now, there are about 450 homes on the market. Let's go take a look at, first of all, the historical home that I talked about. And this is in historical downtown Glendale. And this one is a territorial Santa Fe. It's actually registered with the National Registry of Historic Homes. It's priced at $325,000. Taxes are only $663 a year. We are known for our low taxes in Arizona. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with 1,200 square feet. Let's go take a look. Now, what I love about this home, for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath starter home, look, it's completely remodeled, and yet it was a 1941 home. So what's interesting about this house, and it's got new windows even, the only thing, and a new AC, the only thing missing is putting in a really nice yard for the kids. This is a great family home and a great price. Let's take a little bit more at the home on the inside. Yeah, it's really well done. Okay, I want to show you another house. And this one's in Bel Air. This community was built in the 70s and early 80s, and it's one of my favorite. Every house in this community is on a cul-de-sac, so every lot is huge. So let's take a look at this house. It is a ranch style. There are 2 stories there. 1974. Taxes are only $1,380. $468,000. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet. Just at 0.2 acres. Let's take a look. Now in Bel Air, here's that cul-de-sac that I talk about. All the houses are on a cul-de-sac. They're also on a golf course, a lot of them. So there's a golf course in here. There's swimming pools, and as you can see right here, and tennis courts. All comes with the community, built back in the 70s and 80s. So this is the house. Beautifully remodeled. This has got real wood. Looks like engineered wood, but it's real wood on the top. It's got a fireplace, brand new kitchen. I like this house. Hey, for the price point, you're getting in really good. And it's a 1-story. Look at that. Bathrooms are remodeled. And it's got an Arizona room. We call this an Arizona room. It was a patio, and they enclosed it, and they put AC vent into it, so you get the square footage. Yep, that's added square footage. It's also got a pool. A lot of these homes, because they're cul-de-sacs, they have pools. They have these huge backyards, but you also have the community pools that you can go to. All right, now my next neighborhood. And I've talked about this in a lot of my videos. Every town in the Phoenix Metroplex, almost every town has a development made on a man-made lake with pontoon boats that you can float around on. And this is one of them. And let's take a look at this. This was built in 1988. Taxes are $5,400. It's just 1.1 million, 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 4,000 square feet on 0.22 acres. Let's take a look. Love that sunset view. Got a pool. This is actually it's 3 stories. So it's got a sub-level there. Looks like a 3 or 4 car garage. And because it was built in 80, there has been some remodeling in this home. Let's take a look. Let's get over there. Let's get in there. There we go. It's got a natural fireplace, real wood floors. See the kitchen. Now, I noticed that the kitchen is, I think, Corian countertops, solid wood cabinets. I don't know if I'd switch out those cabinets. I'd probably paint them, put new hardware on them. But that's the struggle you have in homes like this is, do you get rid of the solid wood cabinets that already exist? Like this counter is obviously old. It's original from 1988. Change that out. So anyway, for 1.1 million, you're going to get a huge house on a lake. It's just on the north side of the 101 on Glendale. Access to the freeway is spot on. It's great. Now, I always show one of these when we talk about homes because in the Phoenix Metroplex, there are a lot of homes built on acreage, 1 acre plus, and a lot of them are horse property. And I wanted to show this overarching picture because look what it's got. It's got a pool. It's got a putting green. It has this is, I think, a 3-car garage, and then it's got an RV garage, and then a place for your horses. So let's take a look. Here's another view from another angle. Oh, let's see. Let's look at the details of this. It's a 1983. They're asking 1.6 million. Taxes are 5,000. 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 4,500 square feet on just over an acre. They've remodeled this. Look, they've got the tongue and groove ceilings. They've got tumbled travertine as the flooring. And this is a custom home. You just tell by the way it was built. The fireplace upstairs. They've got. I love this wood on their island, and then they've got the Sub-Zero, right? Freezer and refrigerator. And you would expect to see that in a home price like this. And the bathrooms are all remodeled. So, except for that last one, you're coming in, you've got a lot here. And this is tumbled, this is upside down travertine on the patio. When you see this is something people have been doing the last 5-10 years in the Phoenix Metroplex. This is very expensive to do, not cheap. All right, last one is new because, yep, in Glendale, believe it or not, they're still building new homes. And this new home, just to take a look, it's a 2024, 540,000, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,000 square feet. It's only on 0.12 acres. Let's see what that affords us. I love this. So it hasn't been built yet, of course. And you've got up to 5 bedrooms, 2-car garage. This one has been built, or this is the model. So it gives you a flavor of what they look like. I tell you, the model homes for the new builds in the valley are phenomenal. They're beautiful. And you can get in at a good price point, a good interest rate, and a lot of times they cover your closing costs. So it's a great way. You live a little bit further out, but Glendale's not further out, guys. It's real close to the Phoenix Metroplex, or the downtown Phoenix area. So with that, we've talked about homes. We've talked about all about Glendale and inside of Glendale. And now we're to my favorite part, which you've been waiting for, is what else can I get to in and around Arizona from Glendale? And one of the questions I get a lot is, look, I'm moving from the north and I miss my snow. Is there places I can go skiing? And absolutely there are. I'm going to show you 3. All right, so there's one at Flagstaff. Now from Glendale, you are talking tops 2 hours. You're going to catch this I-17 north. Boom, you're right there. The second one I'm going to show you is right here called Sunrise, and it's a bigger ski resort from Glendale. Depending on south or north, I'd catch this 101 around to 87. to Highway 260 to Sholo. This is where you'll stay the night, or in Pine Top Lakeside. And then it's a half hour to the ski resort. So that's about 3.5 hour drive. Now, the one in Tucson on Mount Lemmon is called Ski Valley. And from Glendale, I would take this back 101 to the 202 around to I-10. Zip to Tucson. It's only about 2 hours to Tucson. What takes the next hour is getting back up to Mount Lemmon, to the top where the ski resort is. So those are our three. And you might be asking, Annie, yeah, that's great, but I like the big ski resorts. I mean, do you have any in and around Arizona? And you know what we do? And I'm going to show you those now. There's one in Taos, New Mexico, and that's Black Diamond Skiing. That is very popular for Arizonans. And from Glendale, I would probably go north on I-17 to I-40, straight out I-40 to Albuquerque, and then to Santa Fe, and then up to Taos. It's about an 8.5 hour drive. Now, if you want to go to Durango, there's Telluride up here and Purgatory, very popular places to go from Arizona for Arizonans. And they just, from I-40, you're going to take Gala up to Cortez and over to Telluride, or from Cortez to Durango and up to Purgatory. Now, that's about a 7.5 hour drive. I have a lot of family and friends that drive up here, stay 3 or 4 days, and then come back. Love the skiing up there. Now, you may be saying, you know, that's fine, but I really like the beaches, Annie, and I understand you're not too far from them. And you know what? You would be right. So the West Coast is only, are you ready? 5.5 hours. So from Glendale, you're already on the west side, guys. You pop down the 101 to I-10, zip, and you get about this point and you start picking your beach. San Diego, Huntington, Long Beach, Santa Monica Pier. You get the picture. 5.5 hours from Glendale. Now, did you know we have a closer beach? Yep, Rocky Point, also known as Puerto Peñasco in Mexico. And from Glendale, are you ready? 3.5 hour drive. You're going to take I-10 to Highway 8 all the way down, cross over the border. 3.5 hours. You're at the best beach, I think, in North America. 20-mile long beaches and 300 feet wide with sand dollars this big and shells to pick up. In both of these beach areas, Arizonans go all the time. We go for the weekend. We own property either on the coast or down in Rocky Point. Very fun places to go for Arizonans. But I know you're asking, Annie, come on, really? You're missing the best part about Arizona. No, I'm not. I just saved it. I saved it. And that's the Grand Canyon. 280 miles long. And you know what? From Glendale, you are talking I-17 to 187, maybe 3 hours. 3 hours and 15 minutes. You'll dead end right at the edge of the Grand Canyon, 7,000 feet elevation, pine trees, deer and elk everywhere. You can hike down in, you can hike at the top and bike at the top. It's beautiful. Now, if you really love the Grand Canyon and you want to see something that not everybody goes to, I would go from Flagstaff, take 89A, just south of Page. You're going to cross over the river, come back down to the north side of the Grand Canyon. It's about a 6 hour drive, 5.5, 6 hour drive. Oh my, you're at 8,000 feet elevation. You thought it was pretty on the south side. Wait till you get to the north side. And the North Rim Lodge, are you ready? Floor to ceiling windows that you, as you eat your meals, you're overlooking the Grand Canyon. Absolutely spectacular. Don't miss it. Now, there's another famous area. I know you're saying, well, Annie, you haven't even talked about it yet. Everybody goes here, and they do. It's Sedona. It's right here. Look. And from Glendale, you're talking an hour and 30 minutes. Are you ready? From the north side, you're going to take the 101 to the 17 and take exit 179 to Sedona. Boom, you're there. You're hiking in the Red Rock, mountain biking, quadding, shopping, fishing, and for the kids, you're swimming in Oak Creek. It's a blast. And if you get a chance, take Oak Creek Canyon all the way up to Flag. Beautiful ride. Don't forget to stop at Slide Rock. Check it out. Really awesome. Talked about a couple cool things within Arizona, around Arizona, but last but not least, I know you're saying, Annie, I see it on the map. You got to tell me how to get there, and that's Las Vegas. No problem, because a lot of Arizonans go there for the weekend. And from Glendale, you are maybe 4 hours and 15 minutes. No, seriously. Spend the weekend. It's a zip drive. All you're going to do to get out of town, I would go this way. I would take 101 to the 17 to Carefree Highway. And from Carefree Highway, you catch this 93 to Kingman, or I-40 to Kingman, and then back on the 93. Really close. Now, you may like to gamble, and you said, Andy, do you have anything closer in Arizona? And, you know, we did talk about the fact that Glendale has its own casino, but there are 4 more that are resort-like that I want to mention to you. So we've got Talking Stick. It's a resort, Casino Arizona. When I say resort, it's got a golf course and restaurants. Wecopa, it's got restaurants and a golf course. Last but not least is Gila Resort. Also, Phoenix Outlet Malls is right there while you're there. So from Glendale, gosh, guys, we're talking 30 minutes to Talking Stick, 40 minutes to Casino Arizona, 45 to Wecopa. And then if you want to come down to, I would go this route, to get to Gila, and that you're talking 30 minutes to get to Gila Resort. It's beautiful. So with that, we have explored all of Arizona, all of Glendale. I hope this helps you in your move to Arizona. That should give you a good idea of what you can find in Glendale, Arizona. And also, as far as walking around on the map, kind of gave you an idea of the proximity of where things were. Again, whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, be sure to give us a call, shoot us a text or an email, and we'll be happy to make that move to Phoenix or Glendale or any other suburb here. Until next time, we hope to see you around.